Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So it is the 888 Lionsgate portal today, and I can tell you right now, I woke up early, was woken up early, however you want to see it, to a very new energy, a very energized energy, like very creative and productive, but most of all, like dreamy. It almost felt like I was waking up from a dream, but also to a dream. And suddenly I began to think that anything was possible, because it is. And I started thinking about what I want and dreaming about what I want and allowing myself to believe that I could have things that I never dreamed I could in the past, but now, it's like anything is possible. So dream big. And that's what I want to do. And I think that is very much what this portal and energy is all about. It's like bringing in your manifestations, your wildest dreams. It's like there's nothing too big, nothing you can't achieve. If you can dream it, you can be it. It's like, okay, so I got a download years ago about unlimited, right? We'll just go ahead and make a card about it right now since we're talking about it. The infinity symbol, right? We all know that. Okay, right? The infinity symbol. It is unlimited. It is eternal. It is the idea that energy cannot be destroyed, only changed or redirected. So, like, we are all infinite, unlimited, eternal beings, okay? And so if we're talking about 8, right, in the 888 portal, it's all about recognizing and understanding that and allowing yourself to be free spirit, to be a free spirit, to be unlimited, to have unlimited chances, to have unlimited dreams, to have unlimited wishes, how do you get there? How do you do that? Well, it doesn't just happen. There's hard work involved. God will lead you in the right direction. Spirit will guide you on the path, to the path, and then on the path. And this is the goal. It's like we've reached the goal. And so we've got all of these powerful manifestors, all these eternal beings, all these people who have unlocked, okay? It's like if you've got, I want to use this paper. Okay, I'll use one of these. And I just dropped a water bottle. Okay. It's like you've got a circle, right? Okay. It's the cycle. Maybe even if you want to call it Saturn. Okay. It is being stuck in a loop. Stuck in a loop. It's like the snake okay, eating its own tail constantly, forever, right? Well, how do you get out of that? Well, some people may or may not like understand this or, make the association, but Q. Okay? What is a Q? It's a circle with a bridge out. Okay? You break the cycle. What happens when you break the cycle? Well, you create a bridge, but it goes somewhere. It's got to go somewhere. So where does it go? Well, now you've got something that looks more like this. Instead of having just one loop, you've got two, but they're like interconnected, okay? With the X. Like we've been talking about recently, the crossroads, right? That we've been at. So it's like, if you want to look at it this way, the age of Pisces. I probably misspelled that, but okay. So the age of Pisces, and this is Aquarius, right? The age of Aquarius, okay? And so it's like, we're in this time of transition. And also, if you think about it, if you're talking about like stages of like the moon, right? Okay, so we have the different like to the full moon, blah blah blah, and then like the waxing moon, the waning moon, all of that, right? So if we're talking about that like stages of manifestation, then this would be like the new moon phase, okay, of the entire age of Aquarius, okay? And this is where we're at now. This is the 888 portal. So it's like whatever we are manifesting right now, individually and also collectively, is going to determine where the age of Aquarius is headed, okay? And so many people are figuring out, the red flags, the things that we did wrong, and recognizing them and how to avoid them in the future, that it's causing a lot of healing. And that's where we're headed. And because there's a lot of healing going on, there's a lot of change. So it's like, it's getting to the point where those who are healed are going to be doing better in life moving forward than those who are not. So those who choose, it's like a period of evolution, right? Okay. And those who choose to evolve are going to move forward, right? And they're going to move farther and faster than those who do not. And therefore, by the end of this age of Aquarius, these people who chose to evolve and their lineage will be farther along, will be in a better place in society, than those who chose to be stagnant. No change. So those who are left behind. And so in that way, we get the idea of the rapture. Okay? All right? So I'm doing my best to try to explain this in a way that you all can understand, because it's how I understand, because it's how it was given to me by Spirit. And this started for me, this particular download, okay, started for me like 4 years ago. 4 years. To be honest, I was going to the movies with my kids, And it was like all of these things kept standing out to me, like Spirit was saying, hey, look here, hey, look there. And so it just stuck with me. And over time, I knew it was important, but I didn't know how or why. Now is when it's all coming together. So again, now is when it's all truly being revealed, right? So we also have in this revelation, right? Okay, so it is, biblical, but it's not religious, right? Because we are taking this biblical understanding and applying it to like current circumstances, and walking with or with help from Spirit. Okay, and that is very much what is missing in this age of Pisces. So it's like Spirit, religion, no Spirit. And it's like understanding, just doing without understanding, right? Just doing it because it's what you've been told to do. Doing it because it's what the Bible said to do, or what someone told you the Bible said to do, without actually knowing or understanding it yourself. And also needing to understand too that the Bible itself, religion wants you to believe that the Bible itself is the end all be all, that's it. But the fact of the matter is, the Bible is just a collection of ancient texts. And there are many, 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 many more ancient texts that we have discovered, and so many more that haven't been discovered yet, that are relevant, that are the missing pieces of the puzzle. Okay? So I'm trying. I hope you all are getting it. I hope you're understanding. And so, things happen, like I said, 4 years, okay? 4 years. This one revelation took 4 years to develop, okay? To reveal itself. Okay? To completely reveal itself. This is what we call divine timing. This is why we say there technically is no time, right? Okay? And things happen in divine timing. It's like Spirit revealed something to me in a time and place, you know what I mean, for a reason. And also what was revealed to me at that point in time was C dot, okay? Which is it's a computer programming software, like reset. It's like code, but it's like the original code. So it's like reset. It's like we're being reset back to like the original code, which is spirituality. Okay. Like our ancestors were spiritual. They weren't religious. Okay. And they didn't even really rely on the texts, the religious texts and stuff, because they had their own connection to Spirit, to the eternal. So we're returning to the eternal. We're returning to just Spirit in general. Not just a free spirit, but Spirit. And it's like, if you can connect to this Spirit, then you become free. That's what gives you freedom. All right. So again, oh my goodness, I went on a long rant there. Much unexpected. Okay, so anyways, point is, we're at that point of manifestation right now, that crossroads. And it's like the decisions, the choices that you make right now, The choices that you've been making, maybe for the last few years, even if you didn't know it, were manifesting your future, your path. Are you on the path that God chose for you? Are you trying to get on the path? What is the path? Do you realize and understand that you are an unlimited being of light and love? That technically we are all one because we come from the same source and creator, and that although we are individuals, we are also the same because we have the same source. Which, the thing that links us all together, besides just, I don't know, DNA, meat, flesh bags, whatever, is love. It's love. And so you need to have love for yourself and love for others in order to understand and participate in that spirit of understanding and eternal unlimitedness. And so, yeah, right now it's at the point where you dream big. Big things are happening. Nothing is too big. It's like reach for the shoot for the stars, and you might reach the moon, right? Or shoot for the moon, and you might reach the stars. It's like that. Don't limit yourself. Just, in fact, shoot for the unknown. Even better, right? Because sometimes that's where you find yourself. And, the universe is going to respond and work things out for you. Especially if you're someone who has put in the work and the effort, laid the foundation. All right, let's start pulling some cards on this. Ever the student and the teacher. Let's get this back here, right? I could put student teacher here. And it's just the energy keeps flowing. You just keep continuing to figure it out, right? We're talking about sacred geometry. If you do a billion of these, right? That creates these sacred geometrical shapes, right? And so it's like understanding that this is just one of many. And just like there are one of many individuals, you are an individual, and this is just one of many parts of you. And it's like being able to learn and grow and understand that about yourself. And doing that in the spirit kind of helps to unlock it in the 3D world, right? So it's like getting the keys. I'm going to write that down on here too, because it's like a key. Key or keys. And let's see, understanding. Or some people like to say understanding, and that's even better because, like I said, it's about understanding your inner workings and stuff. And, it's like we have this big boost of energy from the universe, of manifestation energy. And it's like, where are we going to go with it? What are we going to do with it? Well, the choices that we make and the directions that we take are going to determine that for the future. So it's like, if we focus on these things, then we're going to end up somewhere great. So it's also this idea, right, that your spirit comes back around, and maybe at some point they intersect. because you are an infinite being, right? Past, present, and future all at once. Is it possible that your soul can actually be in the same place, in the same time, in two different bodies? Right? And the idea as well that you are your own future ancestor, because you get help and guidance from your ancestors, and you also reincarnate, right? So in the future, your current self will one day be guiding as an ancestor your future self. So it's just, there's just so much, right? Just so much going on here. It's hard, it's hard to keep track. It's hard to understand. But that's why, it is important. I can help give you the information that I've learned along the way, and that is part of my purpose and my journey. But you also have to find your own way and your own understanding, and that means doing your own research. And part of the reason for that is manifesting is about what you give your time to as well, your time and attention. So are you spending your time watching TV, going to the movies, playing on a phone or a tablet? Unfortunately, are you spending all of your time watching YouTube videos? If so, what content are you subscribing to? Is it something that's actually going to help you progress, or is it just stupid shit to keep you busy and actually prevent you from progressing because you're giving your time to something useless? Or are you, spending time with your family, building good memories and foundations? Are you learning about, mental health and understanding? Are you learning about spirituality and, all of that? Like, what are you giving your time and attention to? That has a lot to do with what and how you manifest. And so, yeah, let's see. I guess I've taken a lot of time already, so I'm just going to go ahead and get to the cards now. Yeah. Okay, so we have an Ace of Pentacles reverse. So, unfortunately, like I said, some people will be moving forward and some will get left behind. So, not everyone gets this Ace of Pentacles. Some people missed the boat. Right, so some people missed the chance. They missed the boat. They missed the opportunity because they weren't able to open their third eye and get this wisdom and understanding from the spiritual realm. They're all up in their heads. They are in this self-imprisonment victim mentality. They couldn't evolve. They couldn't grow. They couldn't change. They couldn't get past this. And that's the truth. They were not able to see, swords is like authority, right? Almost like law enforcement authority. So they weren't able to step into their own power, step into their own authority, take authority over their own lives. They were not able to establish clear boundaries and clear judgment, having a clear mind, right? Because it's all of these different swords are different thoughts, right? And they couldn't escape them, or they couldn't get them to into one clear, cohesive sword or thought, right? So it's either your thoughts control you or you control your thoughts. This is your thoughts controlling you. This is you controlling your thoughts. So many people, unfortunately, didn't make it because they couldn't get there. And there is still time, even though the portal is today, the energy lingers, right? So you still have time, there's still time. If that's you, it can happen in an instant. Like we were talking about, time, there is no time, right? And really, it can happen in an instant. Once you gain that wisdom and understanding, it's there. You've opened the door. And they didn't want to do the soul searching, right? They didn't want They didn't want to go within and look at themselves. These people who missed the boat. You know, they didn't seek wisdom. They didn't seek truth and understanding. They didn't seek independence. You know, they were codependent rather than independent. They were not conscious, right? Maybe they don't have a conscience, or maybe, you know, it's just, I do believe that consciousness and conscience do have some kind of, you know, intertwining. And it's like the more you grow in awareness, the more you grow in conscience and understanding. And that is important, you know, and moving into this age of Aquarius, that's like a prerequisite. And that's the truth. But also we have breakthrough, you know, breakthrough and preparation, foresight moving forward. Like I was saying, this is a point where we're in like the planning stages, the new moon phase of the entire age of Aquarius. And Emperor, like authority, structure, leadership, right? Okay, so it's like I was saying, like you are your own future ancestor. You are the future leaders, right? Whether it's actually in the 3D world or the spiritual world. And so it's like preparing yourself for that. Preparing yourself for leadership. To be able to create stability, not only for yourself, but others as well, you know, and understanding, you know, like the need for structure, rules, and power, but also, you know, within the bounds of like freedom, you know, without being overbearing or tyrannical. Okay. What else do we need to know? I'm getting spiritual contracts here that like maybe there's been a breaking of old contracts. Okay, let's think of it this way. Like, okay, think of the Bible. You have the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Covenant and the New Covenant. Okay? So it's like we're coming out of the Old Covenant and we're stepping into the New Covenant. This is a new covenant with God. A new contract. Okay, what else? Right? Freedom. It's like, think of it as like a parent, okay? As your child grows, they want more and more freedom. And in order for you to feel comfortable, you know, giving them that freedom, which you have to do eventually no matter what. But it's like, in order to get there, you know, in the right way and build upon it, you know what I mean? It's like you want to do it in a little bit of time. You want to give them the opportunity to show that they can be responsible with the freedom that they have. And so it's like, it's like not necessarily that like you're testing them or you give them tests, but it's just like you kind of watch them and see how they react to whatever the world throws at them, you know, to kind of get an idea of like where they're at, like an assessment kind of. And I feel like that's kind of what we've been going through for a while now. And so Spirit is separating the wheat from the chaff, right? So they've been watching, they've been collecting data basically. And so they've decided who the ones that are, you know, good, trustworthy, you know, capable, who the true leaders are, right? Kind of thing. And so like moving forward, these are the ones that are going to be given the most freedom because they need the least attention and control. You know what I mean? It's like these are the good, responsible kids that you can trust to do the right thing. And you want to put them in charge. Because you know that they're going to do a good job leading the way for all the other kids. All right. What else? High Priestess. So from that, I'm just getting that, like, I'm just super on target with all of this intuitively, and also that it's, you know, it's all about intuition. It's about your connection to the divine. It's about learning that sacred knowledge, yes, through research and books and stuff, but also the stuff that can only be gained through, like, the spirit, through a connection to spirit, like a direct connection, because you get those downloads, and even sometimes you give the uploads, because that's the difference, I think, a lot of times between like a witch and a high priestess. A high priestess can both upload and download. I think a lot of times, like, witches can maybe download or upload, but maybe not necessarily do both, or not to the extent that a high priestess can, like effortlessly, because it's like they're born to do it kind of thing. It's subconscious, right? And also, this is the time, this is the rise of the divine feminine. Whether you're man or woman, we each have feminine and masculine traits. And it's like, now is the time that this feminine side is rising up and having more control and authority. Okay, and we have the Four of Cups here. And what I'm getting is reevaluation. So part of what is going on right now too is that women have become completely and utterly, like, undervalued in, like, the world as a whole, and that is changing. That is part of the evolution, the change, the process that we're going through right now, is that women are going to be valued higher. They're going to be, you know, reevaluated. The idea of women and what they are and what they provide to the world as a whole is going to be more valuable, or it's going to be considered more valuable, because it's like it's been undervalued for so long. Which leads me to a whole other issue, but it's actually still very much connected, which is the possible worldwide revaluation of currency. So currency is a current, right? Again, I don't have the card up. Can I sit here? Okay. It's energy. It's a current. It flows, right? It has a path, a trajectory, okay? So current, like, this is the current, okay? And it can be, you know, the flow of energy, the flow of money, right? The flow of things. But like I said, you know, it could be something physical, but also something energetically. And the fact of the matter is, the physical currency actually has an energy tied to it. And so with this revaluation of the feminine, or the divine feminine, there might be a point where, like, things get shaken up, and in the process there might be financial loss for some. You know, there might be financial gain for some and financial loss for others, right? And this is, again, ties back to the biblical understanding of the first shall be last and the last shall be first kind of thing. And it's nothing necessarily to be afraid of. It's just the natural course of things. And also, you can prepare, right? And if you have been preparing and you have the foresight, you are connected to spirit and you have been guided, you know, you understand what's coming, and, you know, and you are going to be able to move forward, you know, in a stronger position than those who are not connected, who don't have foresight and don't have a connection to spirit. Because the other thing is, if you have a connection to spirit, then you know that God is not going to let you suffer. If you are a child of God, God will protect you. God will care for you. God will make sure that you have everything that you need, right? Through this period of transition. Just I'm getting two things with this. One, it's in Leo season, which we are currently in. It's also the 8, which, is 888 portal. So it's all very much lining up. It's all very confirming. And that, you might need some courage and strength coming up here soon. I mean, you may have needed it throughout all of your life. But then you already have it. And maybe everything that's happened up to this point was really just preparing you for what's to come. And speaking of what is to come, Spirit, can you please give us some insight, wisdom, understanding, truth, and clarity on what is to come? What can we expect moving into the future that might help us, that we may need to know? Okay, Page of Cups. Like I was saying, dreamer, like dream big, okay? And keep your thoughts positive, okay? Keep your dreams positive. Celebration, stability, happiness, community, freedom, it's all right there at the fingertips. 1111, right? Think of this as like a door, a portal, right? These are portals. This is a portal, right? The 888 portal, right? So this portal, these portals, they're bringing you into... I also look at this card as like heaven on earth, right? Okay, so... And the star. So understand that no matter what happens, no matter what you go through, good, bad, or ugly, right? It's all actually working out for your best and highest good to bring you healing, right? To help you renew your spirit and understanding, maybe to gain your spiritual fortune or your spiritual inheritance, which ultimately is love. Love of God, love for God, and love for God's creations, which is one another. I hope that this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. Sorry it was so long. I hope that if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time, and I hope that if you haven't already, you will please like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel. And I will see you again soon. One more thing, guys. I just want to mention that I have, or I'm going to be sending out the links for the to the emails to those who are the winners of the 5 free readings, personal readings that I said I was going to do and announce today. So if you are a winner, then you will receive a link to your personal reading video via the email that you sent me. I will respond with your link. And thank you again for all those who participated. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel already. And also, I think that I will be opening up personal readings for the foreseeable future. And if that is something that you are interested in, I am going to be charging, I think it said $20 for a minimum of a 15-minute reading. I'm just going to read for you, and whatever comes out, and however long it takes, it takes. I'm not going to charge you more, for like a 30-minute reading or whatever, you know what I mean? So if that is something that you're interested in, the information that you need is in this description box. So check that out if you're interested. I am super excited, and I hope that you are too.